guys, and welcome to my new Let's Play of Metroid Other M. Now, this game is one I've always wanted to do besides Twilight Princess, and it is a very controversial game. Some people like it, some people hate it. I personally really love the storyline of this game, so that's my 2 cents about it. But don't get me wrong, I have my share of controversial and criticism, and I don't know what I'm trying to say. See, there are things, it's not a perfect game by any means, but it's one of my favorites. So I hope I can, if you looked over this game and thought at first glance it wasn't for you, I hope maybe I can give it another shot in your mind. So we're gonna go ahead and jump right in here. We've got our 3 standard files. I've got, of course, like Twilight Princess, I've got my empty slot, I've got the slot that's saved at my favorite part of the game, and then I've got my finished file. So we're going to jump right into here. We got normal and hard mode. Hard mode is the same as normal, only there's no items. So I'm going to be doing normal mode and covering all the items that are collectible. So, yeah. Now, this game, I believe, it has an amazing storyline, and it fills in the gaps in the Metroid timeline very well. It takes place between Super Metroid and Metroid Fusion. Now, in Metroid Fusion, it gives you a lot of hints about a certain character that we will meet in this game, and it gives Samus, I just think it gives her so much, like, emotional and character development that I just think it's amazing. Plus, I really like the combat in this game. It's not half bad. I really like the combat style a lot. So, we've got our opening clip here. So, I'll be quiet and let you listen to the amazing voice acting that's in this game. Yes, there is voice acting in this game, and you won't hear me reading dialogue as much. You'll just mainly hear my commentary and, you know, useless 2 cents about everything. So, I'll be quiet now, let you enjoy it.
Why am I still alive? A baby.
And for you, I said I'd be quiet, but I thought I'd address this here. For those of you who have played Super Metroid, this is the ending sequence where the baby Metroid protects Samus from Mother Brain, as you can see her ugly self right there. And basically this is just a cinematic for the end of that game, and it introduces us into the storyline of this game. Now I'll be quiet, because the baby just got murdered, and Samus is, well, you'll see.
Mother, time to go.
I think she is officially screwed. You're dead! Now, one of my favorite concepts ever. I love Zero Suit Samus. I love her so much. Maybe I'm kind of biased because that's one of my favorite Smash characters, but hey, whatever.
I awoke to the familiar voice of a quarantine officer.
Let's try sitting up, huh? Slowly now.
A dream. I had been reliving the tragic moments of my recent past. Thanks to the Hyper Beam, which was given to me somehow by the baby, I laid Mother Brain to waste. and the explosion that followed destroyed planet Zebes, along with the remains of Mother Brain, the space pirates, and my long-standing nemesis, Ridley, and the baby.
Come on, Samus. Let's go next door.
Right, let's get started.
Then you get this super cool suiting up sequence. Wish it was as cool every time, but can't be too picky. Alright, this right here is basically your tutorial for the combat system and such.
Let's start with a little warm-up. Try a charge beam for me.
Alright, the first thing you want to do is a charge beam, but the first thing you use the directional pad to move. Obviously, you're holding your Wii remote sideways. Fire 1 to do a regular rapid fire shot. 2 is jump. And we will get into other mechanics later. Hold down 1 and you will do a charge beam once that bar right below her health is fully charged. Also, when you're charging your beam and you have it charged, you will automatically hone in on any projectiles or enemies. This is what she's doing there, and I didn't hold it long enough.
Sharp-looking charge beam, just the way I like it. Okay, morph ball next.
Alright, A, you press it to go into morph ball mode. Your normal bombs, you lay down. You can lay down 3 at a time, like rapid fire. Lay down 3 at a time. You can another interesting tidbit is you can also jump in morph ball mode. But if you lay down a bomb right before you jump, you will get a little extra height. So you have to do it just right. But anyway. That's a little interesting tidbit that we will probably be using a bit later. And you want to stand right in the middle right here. But before we go in the middle, I want to talk about this slow walking movement sequence. This is not the last time we'll be seeing it, and this is one of the things that really annoy me more than anything. You can't do anything but walk very, very, very slowly in that sequence. It's just, it's just. Anyway, what he's talking about there is kick climbing. You can, on close surfaces like this, you can vault from wall to wall to get out of tight spaces like that. Once you get on the wall the first time, you want to release the pressure off your D-pad and just press 2. Otherwise, you're gonna stay on the wall and fall down and stuff like that. These are just holograms, but these are basically the slime / Goombas of this game. They're very weak. They die in a couple shots. Basically, want to get rid of all these holograms. Can I move on?
Okay.
Okay.
Let's check your reaction time.
Alright, this is an interesting mechanic that I was actually trying to do it. Sense move. When enemy attack or beam is about to hit you, you can press in any direction, but Samus will obviously flip in the direction you hit. So if you hit up, she will dodge up. If you hit down, she will dodge down, side to side. But that is a good way of dodging attacks and avoiding damage.
Use concentration to replenish your missile supply.
Alright, concentration he's talking about, where you hold your Wii remote vertically and press A, you will replenish your missile supply. You can see your missile supply right up there next to the health bar. Search view, point your Wii remote at the screen, and you will go into first person view, and my thing is not cooperating with me. Hello? Thank you. You'll go into first person view, and you can look around, holding B, and you can look around. Normally when you don't hold B down, you can fire a regular shot anywhere by pressing A, but I can't do that right now. Look around with B, and
Somewhere.
you want to look up here in the corner, and normally if you're locked onto something,
Why not say
you
hello with a
instead of a regular beam shot, you will fire a missile, and that obviously deducts from your missile count up there. As you can see, I've got 9 now. Now, that's another thing I want to talk. There's another thing I want to talk about for combat-wise. Now, charge your beam like this, and what you want to do is try to jump on their head and then release your fire button, which is 1. And this is called overload, I think. I think that's what it's called, overload.
Okay, looking good.
I could be wrong, but it does a fair amount of damage, depending on, well, it really depends on the enemy. But it does a good bit of damage. It's a good way of getting rid of them and doing a lot of damage quickly. And I didn't get to show it there, but there's also something called a lethal strike,
This area is well fortified.
which I guess I'll talk about it later. But lethal strike is basically they're laying stunned on the ground, and you charge up your beam and run towards them, and Samus will automatically do a finishing move, which I guess I'll get to show that off later. Power bombs. This is not a mechanic we will be using for a while. We don't get to use it again until the end game. I will. Be patient. I'm talking about power bombs. We will not get to use power bombs till the end of the game for reasons we will find out.
Allow adequate room around
Soon.
during power bomb. Alright.
And you get this cool stream of light after you roll a while in a different direction. I love it. And you automatically
Looks
get
like you
a
took quite a bit of damage.
power bomb there, or
It's
morph
unbelievable
bomb
how
right
well
there.
you've held up.
I wondered if this too was a result of the power the baby gave me.
Right. You're due in the meeting room.
The big dogs are waiting. I gave your suit a polish so you'd be at least somewhat presentable.
There's a lot more to that, what he just said, than you think,
even
and we
a
will be
fragment.
revisiting that later in the story.
baby remained on me. I knew it to be true, but still couldn't help looking at my palm for a sign. Never again would I encounter the baby. Never. The finality of it struck me once again. Mission completed. The planet Zebes was annihilated, and all Metroids were exterminated. A simple report, almost dull even, but it felt momentous to me. I don't know how much time passed since then. Days went by in their quiet way, and people's recollections of Metroids and space pirates grew nebulous over time, relegated to a past concern of the galactic communities. Nothing more than a faded memory. Codename Baby's Cry. A common SOS with the urgency of a baby crying. The nickname comes from the fact that the purpose of the signal is to draw attention. The signal was coming from a remote part of space. I altered the course of my ship as if this detour had already been part of my flight plan. Baby's Cry. It was as though it was crying specifically for me.
And that is the intro of the game. So of course it gives you this cool title screen with the name of the game. Now this is the ship, or the area, or the giant thing where we will have most of our adventure. This is the bottle ship. As you can see, it's obviously shaped like a bottle. Hence the name, obviously. got to fly around in her ship more. Her ship is so cool. Now, like in previous or other Metroid games, you can use your ship as a saving point and a stock up on missiles, health, anything else you have. There are saving points around in the sectors of the battleship. We will get into those momentarily, but you can, it's kind of out of the way, but you can come back to your ship for that kind of thing too if you're in the area. But like I said, it's kind of out of the way. Alright, so this is, and as you see, you point the weird remote at the screen, it goes crazy. This is a search or examine section. You have to look around, because Samus is looking for something specific in the area. What you want to do here is look at the Galactic Federation symbol on this ship over here.
Galactic Federation?
And we hear a distant explosion, so what are we gonna do? We're gonna go and see what that was. Now, I don't know, are there guys in this hallway? I don't think so. You run down this hallway, you can hear the explosions continuing in the background. I guess this isn't the hallway. There's a hallway like this with monsters. And once you open this door, it automatically takes away your controls and goes into this clip right here.
Ah, fancy meeting you here, princess.
Remember me?
Anthony. There's only one person who calls me Princess. And that person is Anthony Higgs of the Galactic Federation Army.
Haven't seen you since that last mission. Hey, and your buddy's here too.
Personally, one of my favorite characters is Anthony. I love him so much.
A general in the Galactic Federation Army. Not only a trusted confidant, but also my former superior officer. Yes, there was a time when I was enrolled in the Galactic Federation Army. And
she still used her suit back then,
when I was young and
understandably.
inexperienced. As the result of a certain incident, I left Adam's command and set out on my path as a solitary bounty hunter.
And we will get to see what that incident was a bit later. It does explain it.
What are you doing here?
The first words out of his mouth were typical coming from Adam. To answer his question, I recounted the details of what had brought me to this place, and then I asked what circumstances led the Federation here.
That information is not for an outsider.
The word he so obviously chose, outsider, pierced my heart.
Commander, we're all prepped.
No dice.
I think our only option is to use the laser to slowly burn our way through. This is gonna take a while.
The electrical system here is out, and we can't get the barrier wall to open. We tried using explosives, but it's tricky to pull off without collateral damage. What we need is some way to focus the power onto one centralized location.
I can fix that! I have explosives that are very precise. Got missiles! How's that? Did that help? I love how Anthony's laughing. I love him so much. He's kind of like the big grizzly bear brother type. That just, you know, I love him so much.
Alright. I'm gonna go on ahead.
Cause Adam is more than intimidating, so I'll go! Understandably.
Adam hadn't authorized it, but I decided to remain on site for the sake of the others.
Adam hadn't authorized it. Authorized it. That is not the first time we're going to be hearing that sentence. And what he's saying right there, we can't use bombs or missiles now, which is just lovely. Gotta wait for Adam's permission. So all I can do is this, and a charge beam. Now, in this hallway, this is what I was thinking of earlier, probably. I guess they're not in this hallway either. Make me look stupid. Now we got, these are basically flying doodle enemies. They're like the Koopas of Mario. Very simple. Just one hit and they die. And you can obviously, I didn't do it right there, but you can obviously sense move to, dodge them. Now, can you die? Thank you. Now, we will be coming back to this room a bit later because there is that blue dot right there on the map. That is an item, and we will be coming back for it, obviously. But we need bombs to get it. So, we will have to come back once we get Adam's permission to use bombs. Lock onto this, and you can automatically charge your beam and then fire at it, and it will open that up. Roll under, and jump from platform to platform to get back up here. And then you want to go up this side right here. Can you die? Thank you. I need to turn. Thank you. I'm not going to worry about you guys. You're not worth my time. If I can friggin' get up here. Thank you. And I think, actually, that's where we're going to end the episode off because I see where I point it. Now you show up! I can't even do my outro with you guys. Now you show up. Those are the things I was talking about. They attach to the ceiling, and when you get near them, they basically roll off and try to stab you. Anyway, that's where we're going to end this episode off. Next time on the... I almost said the Legend of Zelda, because I'm so used to saying that. But next time on Metroid Other M, we'll be following the others and seeing what brought the Galactic Federation to the bottle ship. See you guys then.